Joined by UFC President Dana White. Unbelievable night of fights. Really just incredible. Before we get to that, we learned today from Georges St-Pierre, a source close to Georges St-Pierre, that right now he's focused on getting better. You know, this colitis is a big deal, and he's not really focused on fighting in the near future. In February, we've got a card coming up in Perth. Is it safe to say this division is going to move along right now without George for a little bit? It seems to make sense that Whittaker would headline there.
Yeah, it's going to have to. We'll get that figured out.
And further to that, George also, again, his camp was saying that this colitis might have been a combination of stress and having to put on a bunch of weight to be at middleweight. If he did want to relinquish the belt and move down to another weight, would that disappoint you?
Is that how you get colitis? From stress and putting on weight? I should have colitis coming out my ears right now if that's what it's from. Putting on weight and being stressed out, yeah, I should be the king of colitis. I don't know if that's true, but if that's how you get it, but if it is, yeah, I should be the poster boy.
So no interest in that, and George fighting in any other division? You're set on middleweight?
I have no idea. You know, this whole thing is goofy. He came back and he said he made an agreement. He signed an agreement that he would face Whittaker. He would defend the title against Whittaker. He put it in writing. He signed it, and that's what I expect to happen.
Francis Ngannou. I mean, what more can you say about this guy? You told me a couple months ago you think he's the next transcendent star in the sport, and if tonight was any indication, you're likely right, as you usually are with picking out stars in the sport. I also overheard you say, you know, that the co-main event in Boston might be Cormier and Oezdemir. Are we targeting a heavyweight fight in January?
Could be. You know, obviously the winner of this fight we said was going to get the Stipe fight. So it's just a matter of when now.
Is Stipe signed, sealed, and delivered? Is that deal taken care of? I know there were contract issues stemming from, I guess, his last fight. He wants more money because he's been fighting guys that have been making more money than him. We have
no contract issues right now. We're good.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. After seeing Ngannou, that's great news. Eddie Alvarez, Justin Gaethje. Do you think that there's going to be another time in even the coming years where two guys at that level, with that exact style, are going to collide and make really the perfect fight?
Really was. I mean, but that's Gaethje's style. That's how he fights. You know, the Michael Johnson fight was incredible too. I picked that fight to be the fight of the night tonight, and you know, not that I'm some genius. It was a no-brainer. It had fight of the night written all over it. And it was. So I don't know. We'll see.
Max Holloway, another win over Jose Aldo. Frankie Edgar's injured. It seems like he's almost cleaned out the division. Is there anybody else you see that could be a potential matchup for Max that he hasn't faced yet?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, obviously we got to go back, see what's up, and you know, see what's next. I don't think even after that fight, even he had such a dominant performance move, he got pretty banged up in this fight too. So I don't think he's going to be looking to turn around anytime quick.
Jose Aldo, probably unlikely he's going to get another chance at the featherweight title if Max is the champion. He's lost twice. Do you see a future for him potentially at 155? What do you think is next for Aldo?
Listen, the guy's got nothing left to prove in the sport. He's still one of the best in the world, long-time reigning, you know, legend, and you know, it's up to him and his family right now and what they think they want to do. But the guy has nothing more to prove.
Kamaru Usman, I spoke to him earlier today. He says he's got a deal in place to fight Colby Covington, but it hasn't been signed by Covington. Emil Meck says that he's got no more visa issues. When do you think Usman fights next?
We're working on that right now. We're trying to figure that out.
Do you think it's more likely to be in December or next year?
I have no idea.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask about Conor McGregor. He had an issue with Bellator a couple weeks ago, not as if he's a member of Bellator, but in the Bellator cage where he put a hand on an official. We've seen incidents with Jason High where he was let go from the organization. Roy Nelson was suspended. Is there any sort of ramifications for his actions? Because there really hasn't been a statement.
What?
He was suspended for kicking John McCarthy.
He was suspended?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can say Conor's suspended right now too then.
For how long?
Till summer.
All right, so that's when you think we can expect to see Conor next?
Yeah. The ABC handled that. That was in a different organization.
Yeah, but they had no jurisdiction over him.
Well, it is what it is.
So if there was a statement, what's the statement?
Yeah, listen, if that happened to my event, and if I had a statement, there'd be a statement. You'd already have it.
All right, Dana. Well, thanks as always for your time. We really appreciate it, and looking forward to a great end-of-year card. It's going to be tough to match this one, but sometimes it just never fails to disappoint with these great cards.
Well, New York was great. Last night was great, and tonight was great, so I'm good, man. I'm happy.
Thanks, Dana. Appreciate it.